Hi everyone, and welcome to the bench. We're going to tie you up the stone bugger. This is a real nice modification on the woolly bugger, and it actually is a combination stonefly and woolly bugger. So make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. For the hook, we're going to use a TMC 2302 size 6. We'll use some UTC 70 thread to tie with, some brown marabou for the tail, some .02 lead wire for the weight, some flex cement covered turkey feather for the wing casing, some fiery brown Angora goat for the dubbing, and for the legs, some Hungarian partridge. Make sure your hook is well adjusted in the vise. And first off, before we even tie on the thread, we're going to tie on some weight, and we're going to use some .02 lead wire. So we'll just do a nice wrap on here, and I like to wrap about 2/3 of the hook. The lead weight is now on the hook. I'm going to take my 70 tying thread, and we're just going to tie a nice base on here. For the tail, we're going to take a small strand of our brown marabou. I'm just going to measure it up the length of the hook, bring it back, and tie it in. I'm now going to take my turkey feather. We're going to use this as the wing case, and what I've done is I've actually covered it with flex cement and let it dry for about 15 minutes. And it forms a real nice layer on that wing so that it won't fall apart when you cut it. So what I'm going to do is just cut off a section of this turkey quill here, and make sure you get a nice little section about that big. And we're going to slowly put it in and build up a few wing cases along the fly. Once you've cut out your wing case, you're going to notice that you have a flex cemented side that's fairly shiny and a matty side, a kind of a dull side. Make sure that the silver side or the glossy side that you flex cemented is down, and tie in the wing case. To build up the body, we're going to take some fiery brown dubbing. Really matches the marabou color nicely. We're going to build it up on our thread. And once we have a nice little layer built up on the thread, we're just going to wrap it forward and keep the bottom, the back of the fly, fairly thin. Don't build it up too high. I've taken a Hungarian partridge feather, and I've actually trimmed out a V in the feather just to form some legs. And I'll show you how to do the V. All we do is we take a feather, we snip off the small section on the very tip, and it forms a nice V on the feather. Now we're going to insert this on the fly, just put it right on top, and tie in just at the tip, just so we have some legs that are built up. Now that I have my legs in place, I'm going to take that wing case and just fold it forward over the legs and tie in and form the first back section. We'll now fold our wing case back once again, and we'll repeat this step all the way up until we reach the eyelet. We'll keep putting in some dubbing, putting on our legs, and folding over the wing case, and keep forming different wing cases, probably about 3 to 4, all the way up the fly until the eyelet. And there's the last segment going on. You can see I brought the wing case over and I've cut off the excess. Now I'm just going to whip finish, and I've formed quite a big head on this, nice big black head. So we will whip finish that off. And I do like to apply head cement on this fly, mainly because it is a bigger fly and I want that big black head to show off a little bit. So I'll put a nice dab of head cement on there. And there's the finished fly. Well, there it is, the finished stone bugger. You know, this fly really comes into its own in the springtime, mainly because it has the look of a stonefly and it has the effectiveness of a woolly bugger. The way I like to fish it is cast it out, allow that fly to bounce along the bottom rocks, just like a stonefly would, and allow it to tail out and retrieve it like you would a woolly bugger. Very effective pattern. Give it a try. I know you're going to like it.